night when the heavens themselves rejoiced. The stars shimmered like diamonds upon silk, and the winds whispered secrets to the earth. It was not an ordinary night. It was a night drenched in divine mystery. The sky wasn't just glowing, it was alive, as though the universe had welcomed a soul destined for greatness. On 12th October 1971, in the sacred home of Prince Rahim Aga Khan, a son was born.
As a member of Imam's noble family, the birth of Prince Rahim was a source of immense joy for all Ismailis. The house of Imamat has always been devoted to the service of humanity. We, who live in the most remote and forgotten corners of the world, are living witness to this truth, where a Karim has supported us in countless ways. And all of this become possible only because the family of the Imam remains constantly committed to our well-being and upliftment.
The first son, following the radiant presence of Princess Zara. Only the Imam knew, in the silence of that divine moment, what had truly unfolded. For the world, it was the birth of a prince. But for the Imam, it was the arrival of the future light, the next bearer of Noor, a moment written in the unseen pages of time. As the years unfolded like petals of a timeless rose, Prince Rahim Aga Khan grew in the embrace of grace, surrounded by the deep wisdom of his lineage. A photograph from 1981 in Costa Smeralda captures a tender moment. Prince Rahim alongside his sister, Princess Zara, both smiling with the innocence of childhood, yet carrying within them the silent strength of responsibility. Zara, whose name itself breathes radiance, would go on to lead with purpose in the fields of health and education. And Prince Rahim, quietly, gracefully, prepared himself for something far greater than the world could imagine.
Prince Rahim Aga Khan carries himself with a graceful and dignified presence. His personality reflects wisdom, humility, and a deep sense of compassion that naturally draws people to him.
In April 1974, the family welcomed another soul, Prince Hussein Aga Khan. Together, the three siblings stood like stars in a constellation, formed not of distance, but of purpose. Pictures of the trio reveal more than familial love. They whisper of destinies intertwined, of journeys written in divine ink. But perhaps one of the most poignant moments in history came in March 1981, in Kenya. The Nairobi and Mombasa Jamat gathered, their hearts brimming with love, to receive mulaqat with their beloved Imam. And there, in the middle of this ocean of devotion, stood a child, Prince Rahim. To most, he was a young prince, but to those attuned to the spirit, something stirred. A recognition, a silent awe. Two Imams stood before them, the present and the future. The Noor passed from heart to heart without a single word spoken. As Prince Rahim matured, he walked not just beside his father, he walked within the light of his father's mission. The world saw a father and son, but the Ismaili soul saw something deeper, the continuity of divine light. The Noor that flows from one to another like an unbroken river from the origin of time. Then came the sacred union of marriage, and from it, the birth of his first child, Irfan. A name chosen not by chance, but with intention. Awareness, wisdom, the deep knowing, Ime Marifa. In 2017, another child graced this world, Sinan. A name echoing across centuries, invoking the memory of Rashid al-Din Sinan. The fearless Ismaili leader of the Alamut era, the guardian of the fortress of faith. But titles and names alone cannot capture the essence of Prince Rahim. His presence, when he steps into the northern areas of Pakistan, something remarkable happens. No announcement, no formal call. Yet the people gather. They come barefoot, in silence. Some with flowers, some with prayers. A presence so powerful that it pulls the soul like a child to its mother. Even without words, even without titles, the hearts of the people know. He carries the light. A short video once emerged from these valleys, titled Shah Rahim al-Husayni. And even then, when he was not yet the Imam, the love of the Jamat poured out like a river breaking its dam. The connection was not made of knowledge, it was made of spirit, a love that cannot be explained, only felt. In these regions where the mountains kiss the skies, the Ismailis live like mystics. They pray through the night, not just for blessings, but for closeness. They seek not just the Imam, they seek union. They do not just follow, they surrender. In that surrender is the fire of love. And then came the silence. The news that Shah Karim al-Husayni, the beloved Aga Khan IV, had returned to the eternal. The world stood still, hearts shattered, eyes wept rivers. An era had ended. But then, like dawn after the longest night, came the name, Shah Rahim al-Husayni, the fifth Aga Khan. And suddenly, the grief turned into gratitude. The mourning turned into mehfil. The earth exhaled. The skies whispered again. The Jamat rejoiced not just because a new Imam was appointed, but because the love they had already felt for years had now found its divine name. Their Shah, their beloved, their Imam. This is not just the story of a leader. This is the journey of a heart that beats in millions. This is the tale of a king who rules not by sword but by light, a sovereign not of lands but of souls.
This was a brief documentary about the life of Prince Rahim Aga Khan. He is now Imam of the time, is leading his community towards progress, focusing on humanity, helping others and promoting education. We hope to remain with him and continue following our leader during these challenging times.